Well, so here we are. We are about to officially get into building the cabin. Essentially a little short. I hope you enjoyed that. It really wasn't much, but now we're going to start getting into the floor base, which is going to be treated 2x4s, treated 4x8 sheets of treated OSB board. So we're going to cut these down to, two of them down to 83 inches, because the wood that I'm using for the walls are just shy of 7 feet. So we'll make everything an even 83. So the outside two boards will be 83, and all the ones inside will be 83 minus the width of two boards together. So another 3 inches, so 80 inches essentially. So I'm going to put on some hearing protection, get to measuring and cutting, and I won't bore you with cutting every single board. So I might just fast forward this. We'll see. So hang tight. I am not wearing proper OSHA equipment, so don't tell on me. And you get to see me in all my bald gloriness and no glasses. So enjoy the show. Maybe a few butt cracks here and there. Otherwise, this cabin's getting done. Be back with more wood. Now, I will let you know that I don't have these pallets strapped together. What I'm hoping for is the weight of this very heavy treated lumber will be enough to weigh it down, but I also had to buy some L brackets that I got some coated screws to essentially pull the pallets down, or the floor down, the pallets up together. So hopefully that'll be enough to hold it together, plus the weight of the OSB board on top of this. So let me go grab all the tools, which by the way, I'm using 3-inch galvanized nails, no nail gun, just me, raw strength. Not that I have any, as you can see, I got no guns. But anyway, I will be right back with all the tools and necessary things to get this done, so hang tight. So the tools we have chosen for this is obviously tape measure to measure out where we're going to lay our studs, a hammer for hot dip galvanized common nails, got 2 boxes of those. We have some coated deck screws, 1 1/4 inch, that did not come with a bit, so I had to provide my own bit. Plus I have the drill, and these are those L brackets I was referring to. These are going to go basically like that, but on this side. And of course we have our square, and let's get started. So we're going to tack in our corners, come in 16, the first one on this side, and then that far end 16 as well. And then the middle would be off by like 1.5 inches, so I moved it over from 32, the second one, over to 33. And the same on the other side. I just matched it, and then I took my tape to the other side and I matched it exactly over there. So we're going to start with getting the corners nailed in, and then keep nailing from there. Bring you over so you can watch. Not that nailing nails is exciting, but nonetheless, here you go. First boo-boo, I've got to turn the board because of the ring orientation. For those of you who don't know, this ring orientation goes this way, you want to flip it so that those rings go against your boards. So we'll do that, we'll remeasure, and then we'll start nailing. Now we can hammer. Good on the other side. Don't make fun of my nailing screws. I am not a constructor, builder, whatever you want to call it. I don't do construction for a living. So, moving on. Also, you might be asking yourself, why am I using nails? Well, let me get you off of this incline. So, nails over time can just move. Whereas if I was to use screws in this, those screws will snap over time, and we don't want that. We want this to outlast me. And as of June 6th, I'm now 44. So anyway, let me get the rest of this nailed up, and then we'll move on to the OSB and take it from there. All of our corners are now complete, so now we're going to run through and hit all of our runners, and that should take just a few minutes because everything's measured out. I just got to get it going. So enjoy the show. After checking for square, we are square. So now it's time to put the L brackets down, but I need to switch out the battery before I can show you that. So hang on just a second. Okay, so fresh battery. Now what I'm going to do is put these L brackets down, and I'll show you what they look like again. These are the L brackets, 4 screws a piece, and I'll show you where I'm going to put those. Let me pick up the camera here and show you. So each one of these pallets has a thick part right here, so I'm going to put them not over this blue part, but off to the side. I'm going to put 2 on every side. So there's going to be 2 over there, 2 over here, 2 over there, 2 back here. So let's get to that. You hear any noise in the background? It's the trash trucks. Let me bring you in so you can see what I'm doing exactly. Hopefully you can see that right there. I'm gonna go right here. Maybe. So there's 1, 5 more to go. So as you can see, brackets all the way around. Nothing in the center. OSB is next. So I forgot to mention that OSB I'm not going to bring back here and cut off around the edges. I'm going to cut it to fit and then bring it back here, attach it, and just make life easier, because I'm more than 100 feet from my house and I don't have more than 100-foot cord, so nothing battery powered either, so I don't feel like using a jigsaw, nor do I feel like using a sawzall. So we're going to cut it and bring it back. First piece done, we're going to go ahead and get her screwed down. I think I'm going to use the same screws that I used for the L brackets. I think they're long enough, but we'll see. Because that does work, I still have the nails. Alright, not to bore you, this is 5 minutes, so let me get this finished up and then we'll get the other board and we'll get it put on. So we'll see you at the end of this, and that'll be the end of this video until we start constructing the walls and getting those put up. So if you enjoyed this and you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for coming back. And finally, we get to do this mini cabin series. So this is part, let's say 1.5 of probably a 4 or 5 part series. So thank you for coming along and enjoying, and I'll see you on the next one. Get out there. As you can see, the deck is done. It's secure as can be. I mean, I would dance a jig, but I don't dance. No bowing, no sagging, no anything. So this completes phase 1, or mini series video number 1 of the mini cabin. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll get this up and you'll see it next week, and I'll get going on the next one. So until the next time I see you, get out there.